Hi, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to review a movie called Haunt. This came out back in September, I believe, September 13th. It's written and directed by Scott Beck and Brian Woods. It's produced by Eli Roth. It's a small little flick about a group of friends that go out on Halloween night and decide to do a haunted house that's in the middle of nowhere that they have seen flyers for. And when they get there, they have to sign waivers and give up their cell phones. And it's supposed to be an extreme haunt, so they got to sign the waivers, make sure they're cool with being messed with in more ways than a normal haunted house would do. And then they set forth through the haunted house. And all the workers there don't talk to them when they get there. There was a guy, standing there in a clown outfit, just kind of hanging out, and just kind of pointed at what he wanted them to do. Once they get into the house, they go through all these different rooms are set up just like a normal haunted house would be. And then as the movie goes along, things deteriorate into chaos for our characters, our group of friends. And before they know it, they have to fight for survival against these people who just decide to set up a haunted house and start killing people. It's actually a cool little horror flick. It's very steeped in the season of Halloween. The haunted house sets themselves are cool. Very real, like what you would see at some of the haunts that are in your area. The characters are fine. Everything about the setups, it's a very simple story. Friends head out on Halloween night to go to a haunted house, and things don't turn out the way they expected. It's very nicely shot. It's acted very well. Is it groundbreaking? No, but it's a very fun story. Once the mayhem starts, the directors do a good job of keeping the tension ratcheted up until the end of the movie. The story takes a few twists and turns, nothing groundbreaking but at the end of the day, all I wanted was a solid horror flick that takes place in a haunted house. 80 to 90% of the movie takes place in a haunted house. The movie's only an hour and 32 minutes long. It's flies by very fast. All the actors, who I don't really know any of them, did very good. Of course, in the movie, some characters do some things on the downside that are not the most smart things to do in a situation, but it's a horror film, man. What movie doesn't have somebody doing something a little stupid that you sit there thinking, why would you do that? But at the end of the day, I had a great time with it. There's some really cool gore moments in it, if you're into that. Some of the kills are pretty creative. And at the end of the movie, the way it wraps up, I was satisfied. I was very happy with what I saw. I would give the movie 7 out of 10. I really liked it. I would recommend it. It's not the best thing I ever saw, but it knows what it is, and it does it well. It gets in and gets out. It doesn't overstay its welcome, and at the end of it, I thoroughly enjoyed it. A lot of people compare it to Hellfest that came out last year, which I saw in the movies. I think this movie's better than Hellfest. I liked Hellfest for what it was, but Hellfest was lacking in the kill department, and I just think some sequences in Hellfest got dragged out way too long without much payoff. I did like how it ended, but I would say I like this movie better. It's definitely an upgrade from that Hellfest. I would highly recommend it if you're a horror fan. I could see this being a movie that people check out every Halloween. It seems to be like we get more and more of these now, and it's nice to get some that are steeped in the season. There's another one coming out this Friday called Trick that I want to check out, starring Omar Epps from the team that brought us My Bloody Valentine and Drive Angry. I'd like to check that out too, but we'll see if I get to see it this weekend. But I definitely recommend Haunt. I know it wasn't in theaters. It might have got a small theatrical release, but nowhere near me. You could find it on Apple TV or wherever you get your movies from. But I definitely recommend it. And thanks for checking out this review. If you like what you saw, click on the link down below and subscribe, and leave some comments if you've seen the movie and tell me what you thought about it. Thanks, and have a good one. See ya.